So we start, madam.
Yes, sir.
Okay, madam. I'll just give introduction about you to our students.
Sure, sure.
Good morning, all. On behalf of management of Pratish Engineering College, faculty and the staff members and the students and especially EDC members of Pratish Engineering College, I feel very happy in welcoming our today's guest, Mrs. Gauri Gopinath. I would like to give introduction about Gauri Madam. Madam is a life coach. Actually, she is a holistic life coach. She helps individuals to embrace the big picture and help them build emotional resilience and a leadership quality and develop a constant success mindset. She trained budding entrepreneurs to develop an entrepreneurial mindset and simplify the business know-how. She has got a rich experience in the field of entrepreneurship and innovation. She is head onco at NLP Academy, India. She is co-founder KGR. She is co-founder of Success Mind Mantra. She is a master trainer TNEDIA. She is trainer consultant Ahan Consultancy. She is a freelance business coach. She is internationally certified NLP practitioner. Uh, EA coach and master trainer. She is life coach. She is a TA practitioner. She's a behavioral trainer, and she has completed her business administration MBA in Anna University, Kinti campus, and she has completed her BTech IT in Satyabama University. Now I welcome Madam to share her knowledge to our college students.
Thank you so much, sir. Wow, long introduction. Sometimes it feels great to hear yeah, from people like you that, okay, have done a lot of things and I'm helping all these young people. So, coming to the session, as I know it's a 1 hour session, I would welcome all the students to my session. And before we go ahead, I have one thing for all of you guys. Uh, I don't know how the sessions before mine have happened, but this will be more of a discussion session rather than a monologue which I talk and you hear. So I would like each and every one of you to every now and then unmute yourself and talk to me. If you can come on video, well and good. If you choose not to come on video, I'm okay looking at beautiful pictures and alphabets and roll numbers and talk to them. But if you come on video, yes, that would be really great. Anyone? Okay. When you feel like, please do switch on your videos. But yeah, talking is something which I would ask you guys to participate in, because here we are discussing a very beautiful concept today about angel investors and uh, venture capitalists and how are they going to help and who is the right one for you at this particular time. So my first question to you people before even I get into the session, and yeah, second thing, I will not have a presentation. So if you want these details, whatever I'm going to share in a presentation, you will have to let me know, and I will help you with the presentation by today evening or maximum by tomorrow morning the same time. So my first question to you guys is, what is an angel investor? And how is he or she different from a venture capitalist? Anyone? It could, there is no answer which is right or wrong. There is just an understanding. So if anyone would like to let me know what is an angel investor and a venture capitalist and how are they different or how are they same, whatever it is. Anyone? Jayaraman sir, நம்ம பசங்க பேசுவாங்களா இல்ல அப்படியே இருப்பாங்களா?
பேசுவாங்க மேடம். Rarely they will speak out.
Okay, I tell you, session ஆரம்பிக்கும் முன்னாடியே first question, whether you want my session to be in English or English and Tamil mix.
Madam, some Telugu students are there, madam. So we can go with
Okay,
English.
then English is the only go.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Cool. Anyone who would like to let me know angel investors or guess? Simple guess. angel investor naina, venture capitalist naina. The best thing which these people can do when you are in internet. Okay. So going ahead with the understanding that you have no idea of what is an angel investor or a venture capitalist, let me just take you through the basic differences of both. Now, angel investor is a person who has money and who is willing to invest in you. Now, angel investor can be an individual or a single person who has a lot of money and they want to invest and earn more and more. Or it can be a group of rich people, investors, where they have all pooled their money into one single place. And from here, they want to spend it or give it to people so that they can multiply their income. Okay. And on the contrary, what is a venture capitalist or what is a venture capital is these are risk-taking companies. Okay, these are not individuals minded. These are risk-taking companies where investors are employed. They will evaluate you and then they will invest on you. So companies who invest on other companies are venture capitalists, whereas individuals or group of individuals who would like to put in money in a particular business are angel investors. Now, as an individual or as a person who is going to start your business or who has already started your business, now this becomes very important that you understand whom do you want on board. When I say whom do you want on board, it is whom do you want who can help you go to the next level, whether it is angel investing or whether it is a venture capitalist. Now, when you pick up either of them, there are a few small things which you have to know or understand before you tap into these particular individuals. Now, the angel investors have a very simple thing that if you have an idea, if I like it, I will put money in this. And when I put money in your business, my only want would be to get the money back, to get profits, to reap profits, and I will take it in the terms of equity. Okay. How many of you have seen Shark Tank? You can raise your hand. Here, you don't even have to talk. Control Alt H. How many of you have seen Shark Tank? Indian version also has come now. Okay. There's one individual who has told, okay, Tamar has seen, Hema Shankar has seen. So all those people who are there in Shark Tank are majorly angel investors. Piyush from Lenskart or any of them, Anish, whoever you've seen. I mean, what I'm talking about is the Indian Shark Tank. These are all angel investors. They have their own business. They have made their money. They have made their mark. They have the expertise of business. And then with this money, they want to make more money. And that is why they are asking people like you and me to come and pitch their idea so that they can give you the money. Now, now if you would have noticed, now that couple of you have seen Shark Tank and few of you have not seen. So let me just give you the setup of what Shark Tank was. There are like 5, 6 very rich people sitting on one end. They are called the sharks. And you come, you present your idea. And if I like your idea and if I like the numbers, when I say if I like the numbers, that means the profits which you are planning to make or going to make, the profits which are on paper, the profits which you have already made, and how you exponentially want to grow, all that if I like, I will go ahead and invest in you. There, if you would have noticed, there are few of the investors who will say, come to me, I will give you little lesser, but I have the expertise in this particular field. I have the expertise of this particular market. I am the winner of online market, right? The boat company owner. Uh, he had a very nice way of projecting it when he used to talk. I own the e-commerce market. So come to me, and if you come to me, then I will give you my expertise. And for that reason, come at a little lesser price. Okay, I request all to please be on mute. Yeah, thank you. You can unmute yourself if you want to talk or if you want to give in your inputs, but then try to be on mute so that that can help all of us in having a decent conversation. So if you notice Aman Gupta, he will always say that I am giving you lesser money, but I have my expertise and I can help you come into the e-commerce market. And there will be people or participants who will come and join him even at lesser money. So what is that angel investors do? I give you money and at times I can also give you my expertise because I have been in this market for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So I can help you in bringing your idea in a big way. It is not just that I am giving you money. I will even handhold you and bring you to the next level. That is what an angel investor does. Yeah, but majorly, these are all options, handhold and bring you. That will be very rarely because as an individual, how many people can I handhold and bring? There is a basic limit to that. So this is very rarely they will say this. Or second reason why they will say this is if you come with an if you come with a headphone, best quality headphone in the market. Okay. Now, Aman Gupta, who is the owner of Boat, who is the founder of Boat, here there is a competitor for him coming up. So angel investors are very smart. At times, they will make their competitors as their partners so that their monopoly on the market stays for a very long time. So as I was mentioning, these are individuals, they would be interested in your idea. They will even handhold you at times and bring you to the next level. And they are majorly interested in how much equity, how much share of your business you're giving it to me for the money you take from me. Whereas when you come to venture capital, where I told you in the beginning itself, these are risk-taking companies or firms who invest on individuals or who invest on companies who are asking for money. Now here, because VC is a firm, it looks for a much clearer growth projection. Okay, so today I am making 1 crore, or today let me come in a very startup thing. Today I am making 5 lakhs per annum, but in the next 5 years I am planning to become a company, who is wanting to make 100 crores. And to from 10 lakh or 5 lakh to 100 crores is a very big number, and for that I will need investment. And this is how my numbers are going to grow. This much investment, I will be putting it here, and this is how it will grow. When the venture capitalist understands all of this, is when he or she will be actually interested. When the venture capitalist investors will understand this. As I told you before, there will be a lot of investors who will be employed by the venture capitalist to evaluate your project and tell that yes, we can invest in this particular project. Now, the moment they invest, they need a lot of operational control. They are more process driven, and mostly these are the people who will invest in companies who already are established. Because there will be lots of rules, norms, and all of that which will be required to address when you are trying to get the VC support for yourself. Okay. So if you look at it, what is that the venture capitalist is looking for? Now, if as a venture capitalist, If as a firm, if as let me take a very known firm to you, I think most of you would know Tata Capitals. Anyone who knows Tata Capital? At least you guys know. Yeah, okay, cool. Alan says, yeah, he knows. Dinesh says, yeah, he knows. So Tata Capital also invests in a lot of companies. Now, Tata Capital very clearly asks, what is your business growth? How much have you been earning? And how much more do you think you will earn if I invest in you? The moment I like the project, which is coming on the table for me, the next thing what they will ask for is a limited partnership structure. Now, what is a limited partnership structure? Limited partnership structure is where even in the management, when your board of members and your management is there will be representatives of this capital venture capitalist in your team. There will be a limited partnership arrangement done. The venture capitalist firm's representative will be a limited partner, whereas the management of your company will be the general partner who can take a lot of decisions. But all the decisions have to go through the venture capitalists' permission. Yeah? So they will sit in your board meetings. If you cannot take any random decisions as such, you cannot take any bizarre decisions which they feel is going to hamper the growth which you had actually discussed with them in the beginning. Okay, so venture capitalist is someone who will assess your whole uh, balance sheet of your company. After assessing your whole balance sheet of the company is when they will want to invest in you. And once they are okay and ready to invest in you, they will have one representative of theirs who will work very closely with you, who will be a non-active or a limited partner. All the board of director decisions, all the major business growth decisions have to go through the venture capitalist investor who's sitting with you. A more sound process, a more robust process, I would say, a process where your growth is very, very, very evident when it happens. Yeah, and because there is a process in place, you know that there will be growth. Now, angel investors will give you the money. It is not like they will have no control over you. First, they have already taken your equity. Now, equity taking is in both ways. In venture capitalists will also ask for equity. Angel investors will majorly only ask for equity. You give me an equity of 3% or 4% of your business, you take 30 lakhs, 50 lakhs from me, you run your show and you make profit, and I keep earning on whatever profit you keep making. You need my expertise, please take my expertise. Sometimes there are angel investors like Piyush, where if he doesn't have the know-how, he will get you connected to someone who has the know-how of your project. Like he's the owner of Lenskart, and you go there with a product which is nowhere related to the e-commerce, as well as it is nowhere related to the specs business or the wearables. But still, if he likes your idea, he will put you through to the right person or the right mentor who can mentor you and will be willing to give money. These people are, you can tap their gut easily if you have a very, very brilliant idea, very catchy idea. You can impress them in 15-20 minutes and get the money from them. Whereas venture capitalists, you will have to go through a process, you will have to have your data ready and all of that ready. It is not like angel investors will not ask data, but they will not be very stringent with data. If you don't have the data but still have a very peppy idea, they will be ready to invest on you. And they will be ready to make that leap of faith with you. and they can work with you. But if they see that there is no growth happening, there is no money coming from your end, they will instantly either ask back the money, selling your equity back to you, or they will keep a monitoring head in above you. And sometimes angel investors are picking up businesses where venture capitalists will be ready to pay. Yeah. Now, these kind of angel investors, whether Tom, Dick, and Harry, anyone can become angel investors? No. There is Security of Exchange Commission, and they have set their own criteria for becoming angel investors. Yeah. And when you look at venture capitalist, we have a government website where you can go and find in all the venture capitalists. It is SEBI, SEBI, sebi.gov.in. So you can tap in there. You alphabetically ordered, you will get all the venture capitalists of India. Okay. Now, as a thumb rule, now I hope you all have got a clarity of what is an angel investor, what is a venture capitalist. Please raise your hand. I think there is the only option is raise your hand. Please raise your hand if you still have any questions about what is the difference. And if you have, you can post in your question even in the comment section. I can read it out and answer to your queries. Okay, so you can keep posting if you have any queries. I will just continue considering that you have had an understanding of what is an angel investor, what is a venture capitalist. Now, obviously, most of you would be confused. Okay, now that you've told me, tell me what is good for me and where should I go. Frankly speaking, in entrepreneurship, there is no black and white. There's always a gray zone. You can become Dhoni and pick up a very non non-known bowler, or you can be Dhoni and take all weird decisions also because it's your business. That's your team, and that's your money before anyone else's money which you have invested. But as a thumb rule, as the people who have been in this business for a very long time, what we always suggest is if you have a peppy and catchy idea, but you haven't started your business as such, you have it in the ideation stage, you are still into the design thinking process, you can sell this idea to an angel investor much easily. The venture capitalist will shoo you off at the first sight of you, because unfortunately you will not have any balance sheet, you will not have any projections to show them. So an angel investor would be a best bet for you if you are someone who is having a very catchy idea, very great idea. You have done your basic surveys and you know that if you have the money, you will be able to multiply it eightfold and give it back to the person who is investing in your own organization. Now, an angel investor can be someone who is from, say, Criterion also, or angel investors can also be your, relatives who have a lot of money and who get impressed and say, okay, you give me 5% partnership or 10% partnership, and you can run the show with the money. You can tap in VC, venture capitalist, when you already have a firm and you need to grow and take the next step. I had my idea, I have designed, I've thought over my design, I've created it, I have made my MVP. I have basically started having 1 or 2 or 10 customers also. But I don't want to be in the survival mode or the firefighting mode all through my life. I want to take the next step. I want to grow. Right now, I am making 1 lakh rupees per month, but I am wanting to make 1 crore or 10 crore per month. And I will need investment, because only if I have investment, I can have my manufacturing plant, and whatever I'm manufacturing as 10 products per month, I will be able to manufacture 100 products per month. If this is the state where you are in, then you should be tapping someone as a venture capitalist. Yeah. Is there any specific advantage in freedom to work or decision which makes it superior to one another? Okay. Now, as I told you before, freedom of work, the venture capitalist will have an investor sitting as a limited partner in your managing decisions. As I told, it is more process oriented. All your management decisions for your business has to go through that investing limited partner who is sitting in your board of directors. That is how venture capitalists work. I hope I answered your question, Sunil. Angel investors, it's not necessary that they make someone sit in your organization. Frankly, these are individuals who will give you money, who like your idea, who will help you gain more and more knowledge, who can help you in the marketing side. Now, imagine some giant who is already in the market, who knows, let us take Amazon as a place, or let us take any e-commerce thing, okay? Now, we come with a new product. Let me take your example. I'm just taking your example, Media. Now, you have come up with a new product and you want to launch it everywhere. And you go, because unfortunately you don't have the money. You are not able to go public, and you don't have the machineries to produce this particular product in multiple. Um, okay, let us even take a product for that matter. Uh, I hope you all know this personalized diaries and all have become very famous. So we have, Sunil and me have come up with this idea of making this personalized diary. But unfortunately, we both are in the startup zone. We don't have the money to have machines to print. I can design and all that by having a Adobe Pro thing with me, or a Canva app subscription with me. But when I go to print this, I have to every time go and stand in a photocopy shop or a printing shop, get it printed, get it bound. It is becoming very costly for me. And I want to launch it in the e-commerce site. I want my product to be in Amazon, Flipkart, and every other e-commerce site. Now here I am stuck. I need money. And here is where the angel investors can help me beautifully. Imagine like how I was giving you the example. I like Aman Gupta a lot, so I will take Aman Gupta's example because he's a person who jumps and invests. Now, Aman Gupta likes my diaries. Aman Gupta has seen it. I showed it to him. He somehow liked it, and he told, "Why don't you put it all over the internet?" And then is when I say, "Boss, this is what it is. I have this idea. I want to grow. I want to do this, but I don't have the machineries because I have to invest and buy my machineries. I can design as many beautiful diaries as possible, but printing it in bulk is where it will be cheaper. I'll be able to price it in the right range, and I want to hit it in the market." He will right away be okay to give you 10 lakh rupees to buy your machineries and start running if you are ready to offer 5 to 10% of your equity to him. Now, is he going to sit and say, okay, no, Sunil and Gauri, when you're making your pages should be like this should be like that, and these many numbers only you have to print? No. He will not be there in your management decisions. If Sunil and Gauri are planning that, okay, till today we were only manufacturing diaries, now that we have the money and now that I have the market, I am going ahead and expanding it. Now we are selling personalized calendars and personalized t-shirts. Will Aman come and say, no, this is the wrong move? Until unless he doesn't see it as a very drastic move, he will not. And until and unless the profits are reaching to him every quarter, he will say, whatever decision you take, you can take. But there are still angel investors who make it a point that I will mentor you. All the decisions should be taken with my consideration. I am giving you more money at less equity, but I want you to take all the decisions through me because you are not that experienced in this field as of now. And if you have signed the document in that particular way with the angel investors, then naam ke vaste they are angel investors, but their model will become more of a venture capitalist model. Here you have that freedom, if that is what you ask as a freedom. But is it an advantage or not? Frankly speaking, it can be, or it can be a disaster also. It can very well become a disaster because somehow every person who starts a startup feels of that startup as his baby. And if you would have noticed your parents, whatever you do and how much ever they scold you, but they always expect that you be the best. So being a startup owner, you will also feel my business will do the best always. And if there is no one to guide you or there are no procedures, you can take bizarre decisions and that can actually get you into trouble also at times. So angel investors, if you are in control and if your process is in mind, well and good. Venture capitalist, whereas in venture capitalist, you will have a process in place. Your risks will be analyzed. The second name of venture capitalist is risk capital or patient capital. Now, why risk capital? Because they are taking the risk by giving in money to you, which is going to take a long time to come back to them. And at the same time, they are called patient capitalists or patient capitalists because they have to have the maximum patience of letting the business grow and flourish before they get back what they have invested. They are taking that risk if your business goes down and if your business dies, they are not going to get that money back. There is a process in place. They will have a representative in your managing, in your board of directors. You guys will be the active managers or management people or general partners, but they will be a limited partner sitting there as the representatives of the venture capitalist. I hope I have made you clear, Sunil, or is there any other queries you have in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now, as I told you guys before, uh, venture capitalists, you have a list of venture capitalists when you go through SEBI's website. It is on an alphabetical order, not one, not two. There are many. Now, why are there many? Is because there are 800 plus venture capitalists, 800 plus crores of venture capital which has been raised. Okay. Now, 36 billion is the number of 2021 alone. At the end of 2021, India had already raised 36 billion from venture capitalists. And this is not a small amount. This is not at all a small amount. And if you notice, if you remember, 2021 was still the COVID time. And in 2021, it was 3x time of 2020 because 2020 was a dip. 2021, 36 billion is 3x time of whatever investment we Indians have made through venture capitalists. Now, the market is very big. There are a lot of players, but I would like to introduce you to few of the players who actually are contributing to a hefty 32% of the venture capital investment. These 10, these 10 major funders whom I'm going to talk about are the people who are the investors of the 32% startups which have come. And starting with what I'll tell you is each of the companies which are there and what are the domains they are investing in. You can even do more and more research on that. And whichever is your domain, you can pick up. Now, why the domain becomes very important in venture capitalists is because their representative is going to come and sit and help you as a board of member. So that person should be knowledgeable about whatever the company is doing. So that is one of the reasons why they will only have few domains in which they will be investing. One of such people are Axel Partners. This is one of the oldest venture capital firms which is there, who has been there in this ecosystem of startups from not just 1 or 2 years, it is for 3 decades. And the major investments, major domains which they invest in is infrastructure, mobile and software, internet and consumer services, all of that. It's not just one or two. They have like many startups, and few of the startups which they are funded, few of the known startups which you guys would also know is like Book My Show. They have funded for Mintra. They have funded for even Flipkart, Fresh Desk, all of that. I think they have funded even Baby OA. Yeah. So if you are in that sector, if you are into internet and consumer services, now if you notice the things which I told, Book My Show is quite different from Flipkart, but is similar in one way where it gives you, it is more of a software, and second thing, it is more of internet and consumer services. Okay, so the next company which is there for a very long time is Sequoia Capital. Now this is also based in California, as Axel was, but they have invested a lot in our Indian firms, and these people are the giants of healthcare. Again, consumer internet is also here. They invest more in healthcare, financials, and technological investments. People like Practo, I hope all of you would know about Practo, where you can pick up any and every doctor which you want in your area. Justile is one of the companies which Sequoia is invested in. Zomato, again. If you notice, all of this are internet consumer service domain people. The next investor which is very good is Nexus Venture Partners. Now, Nexus Venture Partners is a firm which I think is started in India, and they primarily invest in early startups, smaller business, but you need to stand different with innovation and other things. Now, this partner can invest not just a very small amount, but $500,000 to 10 million. And they have a vivid range in which they will be ready to invest, from in data security to agriculture to data analytics, again, consumer and behavior services, and mobile and even infrastructure. And few of the people whom they have invested in big giants are Shopclues, Snapdeal, Craftville, Sedmac, and there are many, but I can just, I think Unacademy is also their investment. Yes, they have an investment in Unacademy also. The fourth venture capitalist whom I would talk about is Kalari Capitals. This is a very new firm as compared to the others. This was formed in India in 2006. They again help you in the seed stage, in the starting stage itself, and they are more willing to spend in innovative startups where if you don't have adequate funds to do your startup, they will be giving, but they are very strict that they need to have you need to have a reliable advisory board to help you. And these are the people who would love to invest on young entrepreneurs. This is their I should say their choice, that they always go with young entrepreneurs, and that is one of the reasons why they always say you should have a reliable advisory body. So if you have an idea, Kalari Capital would be very much interested to invest in you. I think Urban Ladder is one of their babies. Insta Mojo is one of their babies. Scoop Whoop is their baby. And these guys are majorly one of the biggest investors in e-commerce, internet, and curated web. They have also invested in Mintra, I guess. Yeah, the Axel as well as Kalari has invested in Mintra. And these guys have also invested in Snapdeal, I guess. So if you would have noticed, I will take the same names in multiple VCs. It because you can have more than one VC investing in you, and they will be okay with that investment. It is just that in your board of directors, you will have one representative from Kalari, and the another representative will be from Nexus, like Snapdeal has. Whenever Snapdeal takes a dip, it gets a venture capital to help it bloom again. And that brings us to the next venture capitalist, that is Bloom Ventures. This is another new one. They came up, they evolved only in 2011, and it is just 11 years. And they are one of the top investors, and they again are more interested in young startup funding, and they can also offer you complete support and mentoring totally. I have an idea and this is what I have done my survey, and with the survey I know that if I have this product in the market, I will have these many number of people buying it. I need a mentor, at the same time I need money. So Bloom Venture is somewhere where you can go and tap in. All new players like Healthify Me, Cashify, Tax for Sure, all these people have got their capitals from Bloom Ventures. Now, Bloom Ventures majorly works in mobile application, internet and software services, telecommunication. I think R&D is one place where Bloom Ventures is very happy to invest. If you are only doing research and development for other organizations, then also Bloom Ventures will be someone who will be interested in spending in you. I think they have Milk Basket also as one of their funded firms, and they have Pit Stop. I think Pit Stop is also one of their babies. Next comes Chirati Ventures. Chirati Ventures is also known by the name of IDG Ventures. They were before known as IDG Ventures. Now, these are the people who are there in this area for more than 15 years. They have more than 200 companies. They majorly work on health tech, mobile, engineering, media. Again, consumer based would be there. And whatever I'm giving you the details, it can be other sectors also there, but these are the sectors where majorly they work. And this is one venture capitalist who has funded Lenscard, who has funded one of the best travel apps which you have, Yatra. They have all big names under them. Lenscard is there, Yatra is there, Zivame is there, Mintra is there. I think before Mahindra got First Cry, these guys had invested in First Cry also. And then comes the seventh player, who is the Venture East. These are one of the oldest firms who are here. They are here in the business from 1997, and there are more than 325 million plus of investments which they have done, majorly into IT sector and into the scientifically based startups. They are majorly into digital healthcare, pharma, life science. Financial services is another thing which is out of the blue. Like healthcare, pharma, life science is all related, but they also do it in financial services. And I think they are also into the consumer driven retail also. There is, you guys would have seen this startup having a lot of places, Goli Vada Pav. That guys have got their investment from them. E-Yantra has got their investment from them. And there are a lot of players like that under the name of Venture East. The eighth one whom I would like to talk about is the SciF Partners. SciF Partners again is a very new firm, just 20 years of experience. 2001 is when they started in India. They have invested more than 400 USD. and they have their headquarters in China and India. And these guys have their investment in financial services. The other sector which they focus on is logistics and SaaS and digital healthcare. Now, Book My Show is one firm which has got investment even from Saif Partners. There is a startup called Chios. It is not that famous in India, but sorry, in the South Indian zone. But in North India, if you see all the tea kade or potti kade, the tea kade, the small tea shops that have been replaced with these guys, these IT founders called Chios. So they have Saif Partners have an investment in Chios. Saif Partner has an investment in Acco. Acco is one of the insurance companies which is there. Clear Tax. There is one app which you would see in Facebook always, Misho. They have also got their investment from Saif Capitals. The ninth venture capitalist which I would be talking about is Matrix Partners. Now, Matrix Partners is an US based venture company, and they again expertise in early stage startups. Now, they always have this thought process, they come with this thought process that the founders are first. So, they will not only just invest in you if you have a very good business idea, but they have a lot of beautiful strategic partnership. They have come up with beautiful ways of partnering with a lot of people, and their major sectors for focus is again entertainment and media, SaaS, e-com, and consumer internet. They have players like It's Cash and Quicker. Quicker is one of their funded projects. Rider is another funded project. Fitchi. Fitchi is another funded project. And how can I forget M-Swipe and Ola is funded by them. The Matrix Partners are one of the people. Now, yeah, Ola is still in trouble. Now, here's where the example is. If you would have noticed, Ola had got a lot of investment from a lot of venture capitalists. And they are planning to launch their four-wheeler also in the EV sector. They have already launched their S1 Pro, which is not going very well. Now, here's where venture capitalists work really brilliant. Okay, wait a minute. Sunil, there's this last company which I would talk about, and then I'll come back to your question. Yeah. Now, 314 is another 314 Capital is another venture capitalist who had Mohandas Pai, one of the most renowned investors, who startup idea this was. So they not only invest capital, but they also give you technology. So if you have a business idea and you need people to help you grow, you don't have the right kind of technology, these are the people whom you should work with. They work in fintech, they work in education, and obviously internet consumers and media and content also. Like few of their babies would be Licious, and their baby is Your Story, and there are a few other babies like this. Now, coming to Sunil's question, can you explain the process of key features to cover to get funded, or how to assess both angel investors and VC, and how to find the right investor? Okay, as I was telling you from the beginning, thank you, this was a very nice question. All these are the investors whom I have given you the name. Now, why did I only talk about this 10? Is because these are the key players who are 32% of the share of investment comes from them. But that doesn't mean they are the only ones. There are very new players who are coming in, and it is very well that you can go and pitch to them also. Now, what is the process? I would like to understand from you guys, and even Jairam sir, have we had this business plan preparation session with you guys? Do you guys have?
Yes, madam. That session is already over. Business small canvas and business plan preparation.
Right. So, as you guys guys would have, would have gone through this lean canvas and business canvas and the preparation of a business plan, that is one of the main steps for you to start tapping. If you come to me, if I am an investor, and if you come to me for asking investment, you should have a solid business plan in your hand. Okay. Now, what your business plan should cover? In a layman's term, I will not go in the technical terms because you would have already gone through that. If you still have some queries, I will post my number here. You can tap me in, you can WhatsApp me and say that, okay, this is what it was and this part I did not understand. I can help you out with that. It is very simple. You will have to tell them what is your product, where, who is your target market, where are you going to launch it, okay, and what problem your product is solving. Now, why does it become very important that what problem your product is solving? Because if it is a very good problem and you have solved it, that means you will be in the market for a very, very long time. That proves that. Second, you will have to show them that how much will you price your product for. If you, like a lot of times, as I was taking a very simple example of personalized diaries. If I'm producing 10 diaries, my cost for per diary would be 400, 500 rupees. But if I'm producing 1,000 diaries, then the cost comes down to 200 rupees from 400 rupees. So you have to show that chart to them that as of now, this is the pricing. But the moment I will have an investor where I will be able to produce these many pieces of my product manufacturing cost will reduce. And with that, this can be the pricing. And this is the market which I'm going to hit. And I have these many interested customers. Now, there is this technique which I tell to all the people here. You are in a very good era, the era of internet. You don't even have to launch your product. You can have a soft launch and see how many people are interested. Now, what is a soft launch? Is instead of the product, you mention people that there is a product with these qualities. Will you be able to buy it, or will you be ready to buy it or not? Okay. I hope you all use Dropboxes. Dropbox. That is another cloud storage. Now, the founder of Dropbox had done a very beautiful thing. Even before he came up with the product Dropbox, he had a simple email sent to a lot of people, and it was like a kind of ad which used to pop up that there is some space like this which you can own and keep everything of yours safe. Will you be interested in getting something like this? And if you will be interested, give me your email ID and you will get a 10% discount or a 15% discount. And even before his product came into the market, he had more than 800 people who were wanting to take the product, who wanted this 10 to 15% voucher. So when you are going for getting these angel investors and VCs, you can very well have a soft launch before that, telling this is the kind of product which you're going to get. Will you be interested to get 20% or 30% coupon? Right now, register. And within 1 month or within 15 days or within 6 months, whatever it is, you will have people registering, you will have a bulk of mobile numbers and email IDs to prove it that if I come to the market, I have these people ready to buy my product. They have already agreed to buy my product. If you would have noticed, Ather, a brand of EV which runs everywhere right now, one of the premium level scooters. Before even launching Ather, for 1.5 years, they were only making buzz of Ather. Ather research was going on, and the buzz was already on. They had created affiliated representatives for Ather. You could join that group only by invite, like Apple. Because those kids had a very clear idea that, ma'am, I am going to make the Apple of EV. That one of the kids who was actually in the research and all that, I had an opportunity to talk to him, and then is when he had told this beautiful statement, "Ma'am, we are making the apple of Eve." And the market was so that before even the launch, the booking started happening. So you have to make a plan like this and then go to angel investors and VC. I hope I'm clear, Sunil. Sunil? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Super. Dinesh. As already Amazon and Flipkart are leading the market, how come? Why not? Because what they want is monopoly is something which is not liked by anyone, especially when it is a capitalistic environment, economy, ecosystem. Then they would do anything and everything in this world to stop monopoly. And the investment in ShopClue, Snapdeal, and other things is a way to remove monopoly from Amazon and Flipkart's hand. Imagine if there were no such players, what Amazon and Flipkart would have done. Imagine even if Flipkart was not there, Amazon would be the only key player. It already ate away eBay. And if they get monopoly, then right now the offers which they are offering, they would not offer. They would sell it in premium price and you would still buy it. So we are in a capitalistic economy where monopoly is pushed away. If you come as a monopoly, there would be investors ready to break your monopoly because that is the last thing which they want. I hope I answered your question, Dinesh. So there is place for everyone, ma. If you are thinking that there is no place and because Swiggy and Zomato are already there, you cannot come with another delivery app. No, you're wrong. You can still come up and there will be investors investing. You can show that how much of the market share you will take it away from Swiggy and Zomato. There should be just one unique thing about you, which Swiggy and Zomato are not doing. That would be a catch for the angel investors, and they would right away invest in you. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And here's where our presentation comes to an end. If you have any queries, please shoot up. My email ID is already shared with you guys. And I am sharing my mobile number also here. But for God's sake, please don't send me good morning and good evening. The moment you send me good morning, good evening, I'll block you. If you have a query, please mention your name, your college, and where did you meet me, and what query you have. And if I do not answer you back in 24 hours, I would like you to give me a reminder again. But no good morning, good evening forwards. Okay? Any queries? Please shoot. I have my this also open, the message bar also open. So if you have any queries, you can ask. Over to you, sir.
Dear students, do you have any other queries? You can post it here, right now in the chat box or through the call. Madam, already I have shared Madam email ID and the phone number. Oh, Madam.
Yeah, I've shared.
Okay. So at any point of time, you can contact resource person after sending a mail or a message through WhatsApp. Madam is ready to clear your doubts. And as the yes, lecture series, end of the lecture series, this is actually 6th webinar in this lecture series, that is under Q4. So totally we have organized a 6th program in Q4 of this IIC calendar. So this particular session Q4 is ending with this wonderful lecture given by Mrs. Gauri Gopi. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Actually, you have taken the last session of this year. This is the
Africa.
gift
Oh,
of the
wow.
last session of this IAC calendar. So in each quarter, we got six lectures. So
Uh-huh.
Q3 over, and this is Q4. In Q4, we are in the sixth lecture.
Wow.
So with your wonderful presentation, we are concluding this calendar year as per the IAC calendar. So
Wow.
we'll be very much happy if you come and give a few more lectures in the coming forthcoming quarters. That is in the next academic calendar. That is IAC calendar. So
Sure, sir.
shortly we'll be organizing some lecture series in the Q1. So we'll be contacting you to get the preferable date, madam.
Anytime, sir. Anytime, sir.
We may have either online or offline program also, because now time is good, so we can have the physical lecture also in our college.
Yes, 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 yes. Everything is
Thank
okay. What the students are comfortable and what is giving us results, that is what is important.
yes, madam.
Oh, that is what we should.
Thank you very
And
much, madam.
thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to these young kids. And guys, always remember that you are the sparking light for the coming generation. And somehow we are lucky enough that you are lucky enough that you've got this opportunity where your parents are okay if you come up and say, I have a business idea. Because 20 years before, 2 decades before, if you had a business idea, you had a separate treatment from your parents which you used to get. My father, even till date, right now, what I earn is more than most of my friends, but still he says, Anna, me onshore bola, you did not go onshore in an IT company. So that is the belief which our parents have till today. Your parents are much better, your parents are much aware, and they understand and they are proud if you have a business in your hand. And you have this ecosystem as such. We did not have this venture capital. No one came and told this to me in one small screen here. Then I got all the names and I noted down all the names, and I now I know whom to tap. Researching this itself took me more than 2 years. That where do I get money? Because if I ask my parents, they will say, you are one useless creature, you were getting a package, you left that and now you're asking money. Now you are getting everything in a plate in front of you. Utilize it. You have the ecosystem. Our government is supporting us. Our chief minister has this 3 trillion dream. And let us all together make Tamil Nadu one of the best economies of India. And with this, I thank you all for being such patient listeners, and more power to you guys. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Madam. On behalf of the management, staff, and the faculty members, as well as from the student EDC members, I convey my sincere thanks to you. In a very short notice, you have accepted our request. Especially, we have been searching for resource person to present lecture on this particular special topic, angel investment and VC funding. So, in the last moment only, we got your appointment. So, in a very short period, you accepted our request. Thank you for that. And we'll be working out with our new Q1 calendar for the next IAC calendar, and very soon we'll meet again. Okay, so that our students also can get valuable input from you, madam.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank
Take
you so
care.
much.
Thank you very much. Host, you can conclude now. Host. Student can discuss.